Welcome, everyone. This is episode 265 of the Super Kelly Brothers podcast for the 2nd of September 2024. My name's Sloan Kelly.
My name's Jody Kelly.
And I forgot my light. I almost forgot my headphones.
Forgot your
Forgot
dinger.
my wee dinger. Forgot my dinger. Ding. It's been a bit crazy. So as you can probably tell, I'm no longer in the basement because I no longer own that basement. I am back in Scotland.
Back in Scotland for good.
That's it, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, never say never, as they say in James Bond.
Never say never, indeed. never say never.
But yeah, for the foreseeable.
Yep.
I'm here. This is where I am. And
maybe I'll go to Canada next time. What do you think
sure.
about that?
That's fine.
Actually, the opportunity to go to Canada, they were asking at my work if anybody wanted to do a wee stint over there.
Recce.
And I'm like, wouldn't that be funny? Wouldn't that be funny? You're back here.
That would be funny. You should have gone. It's good. It's a great place to live.
Yeah, no. Scotland all the way for me.
Not for you.
Yeah,
Scotland. So anyway, so I had a pretty bad flight. I didn't get much in the way of sleep or work done or anything. I started to watch the Metallica documentary, which I'll get into when I do the what were you watching bit. Yeah. But of course I forgot all about that, and I arrived here and thought, oh, I need to change the region because Sam said that she needed, because in order to access Costa coffee for the every 10 cups of coffee is a free cup of coffee or whatever it is. We needed access to the UK one. So I cancelled all my subscriptions, not thinking about anything. And then tonight I was like, oh, I've got a spare 10 minutes. I'll go and watch a bit of that Metallica documentary. Nope.
You can't.
No. So, because I rented it in Netflix and Apple Canada. So. But I'll tell you who didn't get. I know it's a bit of a pain in the back. So, I rented it fair and square. I did pay the money. So, why can't you transfer that rental to the UK, or at least give me access to it?
That's why digital is not fair.
No, it is not. No,
that's why it should be physical.
You do not own anything with digital, but that's why media companies like it, is because they can just swap out stuff, and it doesn't cost them anything to swap it out.
No, it's not cool. It's not cool.
But our cat, we have a cat, and he had a bit of an eventful trip because obviously we needed to bring him across. We had two choices. We could either crate him, which meant put him in a hold, and he's a wee 12-year-old cat, and he's a beautiful wee guy and all that kind of stuff. But he would not have enjoyed being crated in
solitary.
In solitary, yeah. So Anime found a way to get around. One of the ways you can either crate them or they can come by boat. And of course, coming by boat means you got to pay thousands and thousands more dollars, and you've also got to wait 7 weeks for the crossing, or 3 weeks, whatever it is for the crossing, which is far too long. So the other way is fly KLM into Schiphol, and then go from Schiphol to the port, and then get a ferry from the port to Newcastle, and that's what he did. So our wee fellow was our daughter. we texted her and said, "Hey, Loki's in Amsterdam now." And she said, "How come Loki's been to Amsterdam more times than I have?"
Yeah,
which is quite funny.
So is that a wee loophole then for getting a rabid dog into the country?
No, it is absolutely not. No, because there's actually very strict. At every port, there's very strict entries. The only problem is it's when you fly in, you have to crate the pet. So the only difference is when you come in by port, you still have to have all the paperwork. You still have to have the rabies shot. You still have to have this, that, all your ducks need to be in a row before. Because if your cat or dog or whatever it is, whatever pet you've got, doesn't have the required paperwork and chipped as well, you got to be chipped as well.
Right.
Then you're back to the country of entry, whatever it is.
Right.
So they're very, very strict about that. So you have to have everything there. The only thing is, do you want your pet crated for 9 and a bit hours, or do you want them to be able to walk around for a wee bit of time?
I know
So,
it's much more humane the way you did it.
I think it is. Yeah, it did mean it was a longer day, obviously for Anna-Marie, but she got a wee sleeping on the boat as well, and she got her breakfast and her evening meal were thrown in for
I would
free as
love
well.
that picture that you sent though of Loki sitting at the porthole looking out to sea. I would have loved to know what's going through his head.
Oh, I know.
Going, where is all the land gone?
So he let me see if we can find the picture. He spent the entire time in the porthole, just looking out into the sea.
He must have been so confused.
I know. Yeah, this is not a great picture of it, but this is him looking out over the port just before he was gonna. Where is it?
So I take it there was all other cats. Sorry, we're talking about cats, but we got into the stuff soon.
Yeah.
But we should have probably spoken about this before. But so it was in with other cats as well, was he?
No, he was just in by. He had basically a cabin to himself. This is him looking out over the port of Rotterdam, and he's like, "What the heck is that?" Because all he's ever seen is Niagara Falls, like a suburb of Niagara Falls. Yeah, basically my back garden.
Yeah.
And he's never seen this. And now he's seen like trucks and
wow,
balustrades and stuff.
Well, listen,
seen a whole bunch of stuff.
Good on him. He made it. That's cool.
He did, and he's no worse for wear either because he's still doing his usual stuff. We got him a little scratch pad and all that kind of stuff. And he's knocking lumps out of that as he normally does. So yeah,
great.
He's an indoor cat as well. That's the other thing. So he doesn't get out at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he'd be too busy going and just leaping on things.
Yeah.
But yeah, here now.
Yeah, it's funny.
I was saying to Jodie just before we came on as well that the pilot decided instead of they normally fly over Ottawa, they flew alongside Niagara region and then did like a banking turn just as I saw the plume of Niagara Falls going up. So I was like, oh,
that's
nice.
Almost as if they did it for you. That
it is. That's exactly how I took it. I was like, are we flying by Niagara region? I can see the little.
He knows. He knew. That was your last time for a while. You're going to see
Swan
that
song. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's nice. That's nice. I like that.
Nice.
I like that. Good for him.
Yeah, exactly. Well done.
Even though he
Mr.
probably didn't mean it,
guy.
but still,
no, he probably didn't.
What a flourish!
Exactly. what a mean dude. What a righteous dude.
What a decent guy. Yeah.
What a decent guy. Yeah. Should we talk tea?
Oh yeah.
All right, what have we got in the rundown today? You know the Kelsey brothers?
Do I?
Travis and Jason.
Not sure. Tell me more.
Travis is the one that's dating Taylor Swift.
Oh, the footballers, American footballers.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
One of them's retired now.
Right. At the age of 32 or something, probably.
Exactly. Yeah. So he's made his millions. Yeah. They've decided to take us on.
What? Oh yes,
right. Podcast.
This is our main rival now.
This is our main rival.
Super Kelsey brothers.
Oh ding! Damn it! That should be the title of the show.
Imagine.
Why was that not the title of the show? Super Kelsey brothers.
You missed a trick.
Oh man!
See? We should have debated it beforehand.
Oh my god, that's brilliant, Jody. See if it is the Super Kelsey brothers. We've definitely had it then.
Yeah. We've had it. Well, we've had it before now anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this moment we're shouting at clouds,
So there is a 3-year deal announced with Amazon, reportedly for $100 million, which is 75 million UK. Yeah,
and I bet it's still not as good as this.
I bet you it's still. I bet you they're still like, is it on? Doing all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, this is the biggest. Yeah, this is the biggest secret on the internet. This podcast.
Yeah, we're
The
the
best kept
biggest,
secret.
the best kept secret of brothers whose surname begins with K
Yeah, exactly.
and E.
Uh-huh. Spotify, Apple iTunes, you name it, we're on there.
Actually, I mean, technically, like Kelsey sounds a bit like Kelly if you've got like a dental stint in Kelsey. Bit
Okay.
like that? No,
Yeah.
no.
No.
All right, no, all right.
No.
Anyway, so the oldest one is 36. So you're wrong, not 32. He's 36
Well.
and he's retired. The youngest one is 34, so he's going to retire in a couple of years. Run off with Taylor Swift probably and do stuff.
Good luck to him.
Exactly, yeah. So they couldn't be more excited. Well, neither. I mean, if you and I got offered $100 million from Amazon, we'd be more than excited.
And
Amazon.
Taylor Swift. I'm not that into Taylor Swift, mind you.
No, I don't.
I would go for Katy Perry, probably. Or who else? Who would I
This
go
isn't
for?
a who would you date?
All right, we'll just talk about
What
money.
I'm saying is, though, so what's that? So
that wasn't part of the deal, Taylor Swift? $1 million,
No.
Taylor Swift?
No, it's $100 million.
$100 million, sorry.
So Taylor Swift fans now wear like Kansas City Chiefs things. Mm-hmm. So all the Taylor Swift fans are going to be listening to that podcast and not this one.
Yeah.
Not that they've listened to it before.
I was going to say, nothing's changed there then. It's fine.
Exactly, yeah.
So what's their podcast about?
An hour.
Aye.
Ding! I don't know. It said, oh, wait, the siblings launched the podcast in 2022, so this isn't even a new podcast.
Right.
Including celebrity guests and discussing their own lives, all with brotherly humour. We should try that. Humour.
We should.
Nah. So the deal marks a watermark in the booming popularity of both sport podcasts and the medium in general, with new heights winning podcasts in what? So this is not only are we getting a renaissance in podcasting that we're not seeing. These two guys are at the old forefront of it.
Are they?
The only uptick we saw was during COVID.
Yeah.
Remember the first year, and we thought this is it, Rodney. Next year we'll be millionaires.
No, I don't remember that. Anyway, good luck to them.
Exactly. It's hard work, by the way, boys.
Yeah, it's hard work. It's tough work. So slow tells me. It's tough work. That's just turning up and talking rubbish.
This is a strange tale. So, why is this not letting me do this? This is what happens when you take a couple of days off. You're like, I don't know. So a man has been charged with the connection, the murder of an elderly couple missing from a ranch. But it's not any ranch; it's a nude ranch. So apparently they have a cottage there, and they go there and do nude thing. I'm assuming they make like bagels or some toast bagels in the morning.
Wait a minute, Sloan. You do realise this podcast is supposed to be about movies and TV and all that good stuff?
I'm getting to it. As soon as I line,
just checking you hadn't forgotten the whole concept.
All I thought was Netflix documentary. That's all I thought. I thought Netflix documentary.
Do you know what I think's happened?
What?
I think because you've travelled,
yes,
scraping for stories.
No, I haven't. We talked about this.
I know we did, but I didn't think you were going to put it in the show.
All right, okay. I thought it was funny.
Yeah. Anyway,
I just want to get what I was trying to do was I'll explain why I brought it up. Right. I brought it up because, and it is my internet. I can see the little icon in the top corner going like, "Any more power?" Is because I wanted to get ahead of the curve on this story so that we can say that we broke that Netflix was going to do a documentary about this.
All right. Okay. So
Because
in like 3 years'
then
time.
we can go back to this episode in 3 years' time and say,
Right. So this is going to be a Netflix worthy thing. In fact, there's been a few
I think it will be.
like that lately. There's I don't know if you know the Scottish guy that did some
Yes.
assaults on women.
Rossi, or was it Rossi?
Yes, aye.
Yeah.
And he went on the run. He's assumed another identity and put himself in a
pretend
wheelchair with an
American?
oxygen mask. And he's got an English accent now and stuff. But that was it was on STV or Channel 4. They did like a 4-part thing about him.
Did they not get like weird like Brezhnev eyebrows and like a wig and all this kind of thing? He tried to make himself look completely different.
I mean, the story is bizarre as it is, but
yeah,
it came on. It was on because he's kind of hearing or whatever it is. You know, when they kind of announced, you know, the judge, this is the can you state your name and all that jazz, and he's like still denying it's him. It's
denying his own name.
So still denying is it, but he's not in a wheelchair anymore, and he's not got his oxygen anymore. I think the doctors went, "Come on, you know, you don't need this." So that's going to definitely keep going, and that'll be a 10-parter on Netflix, I reckon. Watch this space.
Okay.
So what's this one about then? The thing that you think is going to be on Netflix?
So this California couple,
they're old couple. Old couple.
They're an old couple. Well, yeah. Yes, 73 and 79. So Daniel Menard, is that the name? Of like the Menards department store. Anyway, 79-year-old Daniel Menard. He's diabetic and he's got dementia. And Stephanie Menard, they went missing. They vanished.
Right.
Just disappeared. And then they found human remains in their cabin, cottage, whatever it is, inside this ranch.
Mm-hmm.
Their dog had also vanished,
right?
And it was a Shih Tzu called Cuddles. Sorry, 2 people have died.
I'll tell you what. Don't spoil the ending here though, because people won't watch the Netflix.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. Well, they will. That's the thing. They will. Anyway,
you know,
their unlocked car was located down the road from the home, and their cell phones and all that kind of stuff. The purse was found, all that kind of thing. So they were thinking that maybe because he's got dementia, he kind of dragged her off and like went on a wild goose chase somewhere, and they befell some accident. But then they found human remains. I mean,
to be fair, the Murdoch murders. Remember that one? The dad.
Oh, that was crazy. Yeah,
the dad that murdered his son and wife. Really rich people.
Yeah,
that first season was not resolved when they finished it. They had to do a wee.
That's true. Yeah,
didn't they?
Yeah, they had a wee kind of like addendum thing at the end.
A year later type thing.
Yeah,
yeah.
Which was never as good. I mean, these things are never as good as the original one. I mean, that one about the Murdoch murders was crazy because that was the son that took the boat out and then killed the girl.
Yeah, that's right.
And then it turned out that the bigger brother, the older brother, he had also done a bizarre thing as well. Like it was a sort of like gay tryst type thing.
Yeah. And they were getting covered up because of how rich and powerful the family were. Yeah, I mean, 9 times. I mean, well, 8 times out of 10, Netflix does really good crime dramas, documentaries.
Yeah. They're pretty good, aren't they?
So, yeah, they must always be looking for the next big thing.
The next big thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the biggest one. I mean, Making a Murderer is the big one.
Aye.
For Netflix.
Yeah.
There was one as well. It was like a co-production from the Innocence Project. It was not as good. I can't remember what it was called though, but it felt like it was going to be like a kind of making a murderer type, like ooh, new facts have come to light. But even like the 3rd season of Making a Murderer was still interesting compared to
I think it was still stretching it out a bit.
Well,
the
they
last,
pulled. I mean, there was a couple of like threads that they hadn't looked at, like the brother-in-law.
what was the one? Yeah, what was the one that we watched? Was it The Murderer Next Door or something? Remember we always bang on about that one? That was the guy
Yeah, I
that
think it's
murdered
called
his
an American Murder or
kids.
something. Yeah, and
The
his
one that he
wife.
murdered his 2 kids and his wife.
Yeah,
That was a really good one as well.
I think that was an American Murder.
Yeah. I think there's got to be The Staircase as well. Obviously, was a classic.
Yeah, I mean, the Staircase, I think, is the one that kind of like
the more twists
so
and
that
turns, the
was a
better.
French company, that one.
It
was a
was
French director that did that.
Well, it
Like
wasn't
that-
meant to. It was actually just a documentary about him because he's a writer. It wasn't
Yeah,
meant to be. It was just this that happened to all happen at the same time.
Yeah, that's the same as one of my favorite documentaries, Commercial Breaks.
Right.
They went in to do an interview with Imagine, who were like one of those charts, like the hockey stick graph charts.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And when they arrived, the week that they arrived was the week the company was imploding, and they didn't know that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the company was keeping it quiet because they thought, "Oh, we'll ride this storm, we'll get out of it." But
Same as the remember the 9/11 documentary about the fire department in New York, and I think it was a French documentary crew again, and they just happened to be there when 9/11 happened, and so they filmed the whole what happened, you know? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So watch this space for 70-year-old couple with a dog and some sort of murder in their barn.
Called Cuddles.
Hopefully that's not the title. It's not very catchy.
It's got everything. It'll be something like I don't know. I can't think of it just now because I'm tired.
Murder in the barn.
But it'll be because it's got nudity in it. That's the thing. That's because it's got the nudist.
I'm definitely watching it then. If there's a swearing in it as well.
79-year-old man.
And a car chase.
And a car chase. Guaranteed.
That's what I go for if I'm looking for a film. Nudity, car chase, and swearing.
Nice. Excellent.
And if I'm going to buy a bottle of wine, the highest percentage I can for the cheapest amount of money. I'm a simple man. What can I say?
Yeah.
This isn't wine, by the way.
It looks like a wine bottle you're drinking out. What is that? Is that a wine bottle? All right, Staropramen.
Sponsored by Staropramen. English.
Sponsored by Fish on Friday.
Yeah.
Click to expand.
Let's move on then from
Okay.
Jurassic
World Rebirth. You added this.
Yes.
What's
now
all
we're
this
talking. Now we're cooking, right? Everybody, gather round. This is Gareth Edwards' latest movie. He of the creator and Rogue One and Monster and Godzilla. Did the Godzilla, one of the Godzilla good ones with Bryan Cranston in it.
He did that one.
Yeah. So he's done some good stuff. So he's a good pick for Jurassic Park. This is I don't know if they're calling it Jurassic Park 4. It's got a wee subtitle,
claw
doesn't
marks. It's got the claw marks on it. I think it's Welcome to a New Era. It says is a subtitle.
Yeah, but that's not it's oh god, what is it? Jurassic Park Rebirth.
Jurassic World Rebirth. Yeah.
Is it? God, that just
Jurassic World Rebirth. Yeah.
Right. So it's kind of away from the Chris Pratt characters and stuff. It's Scarlett Johansson in this one, and some other guy that I recognise, but I can't remember his name right now. So yeah, it's ticking my boxes. I do hope it's better. I mean, Jurassic World started off well, and then it didn't land basically with the third movie in that franchise. Jurassic World.
Jonathan
So
Bailey,
this is
that's his name, English actor.
so
He
this
was
is a
in
continuation of the Jurassic World franchise, not Jurassic
yeah,
Park.
Jurassic World. Yeah. Do you know who else is in it? Ed Screen's in it.
Who's that again?
He plays the fascist admiral in Rebel Moon.
Oh God, really? Well, he's going to be the baddie.
Exactly. Get me an English bad guy. I can get you Ed Screen. Perfect.
Yeah. The main guy,
Uh,
the main dude that was in
not the main dude.
Deadpool.
No, yeah, Francis.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, him. Yeah.
Him. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a great bad guy, though.
If you want
He's
to pick him
brilliant.
like a great bad guy, like if there is one redeeming quality in Rebel Moon, there isn't. But if
Absolutely.
there was one, it would be him.
Yeah. He's a great bad guy.
Annoyingly, I feel he's quite underused in Rebel Moon.
Yeah.
I know generally, like if you got like you don't see a lot of the shark, you don't really see a lot of Vader in the first one, and that kind of like that adds to the mystique of him.
Yep.
But his character in Rebel Moon has no mystique.
Mm.
He's just a blunt instrument, literally a blunt instrument. Yeah. And so you need more of him than less of him.
Yeah, I would.
Anyway, that's mine.
Yeah, he's a great bad guy. That's a good fix and good fit. And Scarlett Johansson, can't go wrong with her.
Yeah,
she's brilliant and everything. Love her.
So I don't understand. So they can't afford Bryce Dallas Howard and Chris Pratt, but they can't afford Scarlett Johansson.
No. I think they've moved away from those characters. Basically, I read a synopsis for it. It's like the dinosaurs are sort of living away from humans. I think they're kind of
right. They found their own wee patch of land.
Because they keep getting attacked and all that, so they've kind of moved away and stuff. So
yeah,
I'm not sure. It might be a cross between Jurassic Park and Jurassic World type thing, so in that they're living with us, but it's kind of they're separated. If that makes sense.
Yeah, they're on an island somewhere.
We'll not get to see it till next year, though, 2025.
Mahershala Ali's in it.
Ah, cool. He's brilliant.
Yep. He's not Blade.
No.
Rupert Friend's in it as well.
He's good.
Yeah. And then there's a few other people that I don't know who they are.
He was the Grand Inquisitor. Which he probably wasn't that great in, but anyway, in
it's David Cope as well. Coop. Also co-wrote it as well, and I think he did most of the Jurassic Park stuff.
Okay, I don't know if that's good or bad.
He did Jurassic Park. He wrote Jurassic Park.
Right.
But I don't know.
Adapted it.
Adapted it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So maybe this is just going to be a reboot.
No, I don't think so. I think it's the fact it's called Jurassic World, it must be a continuation of the
worryingly, he also did Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
I thought I recognised his name.
But it's like a yay! Oh, he also did War of the Worlds. Yay!
Hey, that was a good one.
He also did. He did Zathura: A Space Adventure.
That's a good one.
Spider-Man.
Which one? Not 3.
No, the original Spider-Man.
Toby.
Toby.
The first one.
Yep, he did Snake Eyes. He did Panic Room. The Lost World, Jurassic Park.
That was the second one, was it?
That was the second one, yeah. He did Death Becomes Her.
Oh, really? Wow. That's a good film.
Toy Soldiers.
Oh, Small Soldiers.
No, Toy Soldiers.
Toy Soldiers, what's that?
Do you not remember Toy Soldiers?
No.
It's Sean Astin, Will Wheaton.
Oh, right. In the 80s, late 80s.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Now you mention it, yeah.
Yeah. Louis Gossett Jr.'s in it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
well, okay.
Yeah.
He's had more hits,
Done
I
a
would
few
say, than
things.
misses. Yeah.
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
He's a veteran.
He's a veteran. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll give him a
Exactly.
pass.
Yeah.
We'll let him off.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Yeah.
ticking. I think it's good. I thought the creator was fantastic, and his Godzilla film was fantastic, and Rogue One, obviously. God, we love that film. Old Gareth.
I like the creator as well. I
Yeah.
watched that, and it was a nice wee.
It's a stunning looking film.
It's a stunning looking film. Very practical effect heavy as well.
Yep.
With the old green screen only used for sort of the bigger battle things in the background. But yeah, there's like a lot of explosions and stuff happening.
Yeah.
It's quite whoa.
Nice bit of deep sci-fi as well. You know, we did quite a bit of that in the last couple of years. Nice deep sci-fi.
Yep. And it kind of fitted as well because it was like, I think it was just as AI was sort of taking off as well. So that was good for the movie. I think it might have done a wee bit better if it had been released maybe 6 months later to sort of ride that wave just a bit more.
I know.
It kind of got the tip of the wave, but rather than
I don't know why. You know, people scream out for new content and things like that, and it's like, oh, why is there so many sequels? Then somebody does the bold move of bringing out a completely new IP,
something that's original,
a new IP.
Yeah.
And people don't go. You know, we went to see it in the cinema. So I don't know.
And he only made it for Tuppence Halfpenny as well, which is really good.
He can bring a movie in budget.
Yeah.
And God, what was the film James was talking about? When it was 2 films come out, The Creator and something else, or was it a TV show?
Oh, it was Godzilla Minus Zero as well. Was made for literally Tuppence Halfpenny.
Aye, but I was just meaning there was a movie at the same time that came out. It was a blockbuster, and it cost loads and loads and loads of hundreds of millions to make. And yet the Creator was made for about 80 mil, I think.
80 million, I think it was, yeah.
And this other movie was like 300 mil. Was it Avatar? I can't remember. Anyway, it looked far better than the other movie, whatever it was.
Aye, yeah.
Comment if you can remember what it was around the same time.
Yeah. Do you want to see a picture of the Thing on set?
Yeah. The new Fantastic Four.
Will you regret saying yes?
Well, why? Why? Why do you not like it?
No.
Why not?
I don't like it. I don't know.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
It's going to be practical by the looks of things.
Yeah.
Or is it just the sort of placeholder version of
that's what I'm thinking is, that's what I'm thinking is it's either going to be placeholder or it's going to be CGI enhanced.
But it looks like the Thing from the comics, though. It does look very like the comic book Thing.
He does. However, in what's it called? Why can't I remember the name of this? Fifth Element.
Yep.
The baddies look a bit like the Thing. And that was done by prosthetics and animatronics and stuff.
Yeah, but I think what they'll do. Yeah, but this time round, I think they'll do a mixture of real guy and they'll animate his face. Although, having said that, I don't see any dots on his body or on his face to help the process of matching up the animated stuff to. So I don't know. I wonder if they're going to go full extended scene Jabba the Hutt and wipe him out and make him CGI. Seems like a wasted opportunity, though.
Especially when you get that actor as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, unless of course what they're going to do is they're going to capture his mocap his stuff. But usually what they do is they'll have when they do like K2SO or whatever, they'll have Alan Tudyk will be on stilts, but they'll do face cap, mocap on his face as well.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll have same with the Hulk as well, like Mark Ruffalo, the famous one in anything with Andy Serkis, who's playing a mocap character. He's always got the camera pointing back at his face.
That's right.
From the little stick thing they've got.
Yep.
So, but this isn't that here. That's why this feels either like a troll, or there's something that we're missing from this picture.
Troll? What do you mean, a troll?
Yeah, like a troll, like a haha, this is the effects that we're doing kind of thing.
Do you not like it? I think I do like it. I think it's really close to the comic book, and I hope it is practical, because as we know, practical effects
ages. Right, sorry, doesn't age.
Don't age compared to CGI stuff, or maybe not so much now, but certainly in the past. It's
the same thing. It's like when you look at a retro game from 40 years ago. Jeez, when you look at it feels as fresh as a daisy. But then you look at a PlayStation 1 game, which is much more recent, and it looks awful.
Oh, no. Yeah.
So this feels PlayStation 1-y to me. And again, I'm not seeing it moving, so I don't know what it's going to be like. So
I'm buzzing for this film. I think there's going to be a real buzz about this movie. I think this is going to bring back everybody.
Yeah, I like the ones with Jessica Alba and the Welsh guy,
the Welsh lad,
and Chris Evans. I like those ones, and Michael Chiklis, obviously.
They were just a bit cheesy, though, weren't they? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I always thought that the Fantastic Four were a bit cheesy anyway, and maybe this is kind of cheesy, and especially with the sort of cyan and
time period,
white uniforms in the time period and things. It's a bit kitschy and all that kind of stuff, and maybe that'll work for it. I wasn't particularly.
I like that. I like the fact that it's kind of almost like a period piece as well, because that explains why they weren't around for the snap and stuff like that. Because
exactly.
Different era completely.
That's a good way of doing it, because it's going to be more and more difficult to have, like, basically every superhero now has to have like an origin story. As to why they weren't there during the snap.
No, I'm really looking forward to this film. But we'll see. Well, I don't know when we'll get a trailer for it, because it's not out till next year, is it? Or is it? Is it 2026?
Now you're asking, actually.
It could be 2026. The way things go these days.
Yeah.
Because the post-production takes a long time. All the people working on it.
June 27th, 2005? 2025
Oh, really? All right, cool.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yep.
Nice.
And it's the Shack Man as well that's doing it, so I have every faith in him. So who knows? What was I moving on to next? Oh yeah, that's what I was going to move on to next. Would you like a good laugh?
Always.
All right, here we go. Let me just show you this. Share a tab or screen instead. Oh, yeah.
Talk amongst yourselves.
I know, geez. All right, so every September 1st, without fail, Harry Potter fans descend upon King's Cross Station.
Do they?
Yeah, for the annual Hogwarts announcement, and it's the train departing from platform 9 3/4.
Did they do that?
Yeah, every year, right?
Really?
This year, though, this is what happened.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I can't actually hear that.
Oh, you can't? Oh, right. Oh, damn.
No, I could hear it, but it was kind of coming in and out. Just tell us what it
Muffled.
was.
Right. Basically, they did the famous countdown, and then at the very end of it, the woman said, "Please be aware that the platform of and gave some other announcement." But basically, King's Cross are like, "We're not doing it anymore."
Whoa! Wow!
And apparently, Harry Potter fans, grown adult Harry Potter fans, are very upset about this.
Good.
Just remember that
you know, I'm just glad
that
it's
kids' book.
Yeah. Well, I'm just glad it's you know, not Star Wars fans that are upset again. You know what I mean?
God.
Harry Potter fans this time. Thank God for that. Talking of Star Wars, actually, Outlaws came out on PlayStation and Xbox.
It's £57 in Asda. If you're interested.
That's cheap.
Yeah.
I think it's about £70 normally. That's pretty cheap.
£57 to get a front display.
Yeah. Well, I was going to get it right to play it, but I've got a little thing of my son's birthday coming up, so I thought I better not buy. I could buy him that and pretend it was for him, and then play it myself. But I've not done that, so I'm going to get it next month.
Kid.
But
I hate Star Wars. Oh well, that's a shame.
but it seems as if Star Wars fans now, or in inverted commas, are just trying to get an angle of hate into a game. See, they've I should have sent this to you, but it's the way that the character looks, the female character looks.
I've seen that. Yeah,
have you seen it?
Yeah, it's just too manly, apparently.
Get over it. Get over it. Just play the game. The game's meant to be good, though. So
yeah.
And people have been doing. You know how you can do the kind of a snapshot, you know, of gameplay, and then you can change the angle and the lighting and all that, and blah blah blah. You can do that in the PlayStation. There's some really nice pictures that people have been creating.
Okay.
Really nice stuff. Yeah,
nice.
Yeah. So I'm not got it yet, but we'll get it, and I'll be playing it next month.
That's good.
Yeah, can't wait. Look forward to
it. Would you like to see a trailer?
Always. I love a trailer.
I will trailer the trail. Hold on a sec. Talk amongst yourselves.
It's like playing Murphy's computer. This is like the bit in Rebel Moon.
Do you know the funny thing? So you mentioned about the Buster Crab
aligning the internet. I mentioned what?
You mentioned the Buster Crab thing. So there's a bit in it where Flash Gordon has to avoid this death ray.
Well, the thing, right?
Ming says, "Track him."
Just for everybody, I was down the YouTube rabbit hole, and I noticed that there's episodes of Flash Gordon, and I was like, "Oh, quick
it's the whole serial. It's the whole serial. They're all like 20 minutes long."
Straight away, there was like Star Wars references left, right, and centre. They fall down a pit, Sarlacc, not the Sarlacc pit, but the Jabba's palace type scene. They fall down a pit, there's monsters and all that, and they're running through kind of desert caves and stuff, and then the kind of Rebel was also saying they've kind of ripped off Rebel Moon and stuff, or Rebel Moon. Anyway, it's ripped off left, right, and centre. Basically, is what I'm trying to say.
There's a death ray, and it controls the control of the death ray is basically the same lathe control.
that
Rebel Moon's got.
Aye, but clearly Star Wars was like a heavily taken from Flash Gordon, heavily taken from Dune, which he never mentions ever.
No.
And heavily taken from Akira
Kurosawa. Spice as well. I mean,
but it never. Any time George Lucas talks about influences, he always mentions Flash Gordon and
Akira
Kurosawa. The Hidden Fortress, I think it is, isn't it?
Hidden Fortress, yeah.
But it never mentions Dune, and yet when you watch Dune, you're like, mate.
The big worm thing in the ground.
All the spiritual big stuff, and a lot of the stuff is from...
the Bene Gesserit as well, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Flash Gordon, YouTube.
The voice.
Cracking.
Flash Gordon, YouTube, yeah. Anyway, I don't have Flash Gordon on YouTube, but I do have the Grand Tour. It's their finale.
Oh, aye. Let's have a wee look at this together. Quite sad, really. End of an era. After
Is it
22
time,
years.
Yeah.
22 years.
Yeah, 22 years.
Of doing the Grand Tour?
No. Of the three of them being together to do a car show.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought it was probably about 32 years
Is it?
together.
No, it's 22. So it's 23 years that James May and Hammond and Clarkson have been together, because
Right.
Richard wasn't in the first season.
What was he not?
It was a different guy,
Right, okay.
and they didn't really have the chemistry, they said. And
I
then
love
when they
how
met Richard, they were like,
Uh-huh.
"That's the guy."
I love how they're just as juvenile as ever, though. Even though they're getting older, they're not
brilliant.
getting any more
Yeah.
sensible. No, I'm looking forward to this. I'm quite sad, though, really.
Let's get a Lancia Beta Coupe again,
Uh,
I think.
Did you see Jeremy Clarkson opened up a new pub down
I
near,
did see that, yeah.
near his Diddley Squat?
Yeah.
I think it's about half an hour away from Diddley Squat, actually, but it was like
Uh-huh.
queued out type thing. It was really very busy place. It's
Yeah.
quite out the way. You know, I saw kind of footage of it.
You need to drive there.
You do actually. It's quite kind of up a lane.
Okay.
You know, a wooded lane.
Have you tried Hoxton?
Have I tried
Have
what?
you tried the Hoxton beer?
No, I've not actually.
Neither have I.
We'll need to organise
Um,
our next road trip.
I know.
Yeah,
When's
now
that
that you're
going to be? And
back.
where to?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Leeds.
Yeah.
I'll talk to
Or,
you about
Black,
it. I'll talk to you about it afterwards.
Blackpool. Or Blackpool.
Because I have a cool suggestion for Leeds, but I'll talk to you after that.
Right.
So this is a secret level. So this is from the people what brought you Love and Rockets. Sorry.
This
Is
is what we
that
never
right?
spoke about last week.
Wait,
What?
was that? Were they Space Marines?
What?
Here, these were Space Marines.
You're not sharing it.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Hold on a sec. Did that not? Oh, sorry. Oops.
We're having technical difficulties.
Right. I'll ask that question again. Are these Space Marines?
Yeah, let's explain for the pod because it was an audio podcast as well. Remember,
It's very true. Yeah. Those
so
are
this
Space
is
Marines.
secret level, and it's a new trailer for a TV show based on it's the people that made Love, Death and Robots, and it's Sony computer games. I think not just Sony though, isn't it? It's computer games.
Right, okay. Uh-huh.
It's basically computer games, and each episode is like Assassin's Creed or Pac-Man or
Space Marines, Warhammer 40k.
Or Final Fantasy, whatever. Can't remember what they all are. It kind of does a wee flash right at the end. It goes dunk 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 dunk. This is each one. Mega Man, that's one as well.
Oh, it was God of War as well.
God of War, yeah. So that's December. It's out in December.
Oh, that
on
was
Prime.
Mega Man there.
Yeah, on Prime. So it looks mega. Looks brilliant.
Nice.
Sci-Fi as well. That's one of the new games. That'll be good as well. Alright, tells you them all there.
Oh,
Go back and try and pause that when it flashes them all up so we can tell everybody.
there's no way. What I can do though is I can make it.
Slow. Go slow.
Is that too far? Is that too far? Where is it? Oh,
That's
there
it.
it is there.
Oh no.
Okay, right. Okay. What I can do is I can do playback speed.
Clever. Here
I'll
we
turn
go.
that down because it'll be annoying.
Yeah.
All right. Warhammer, Unreal,
Warhammer.
Eternium, Dungeons and Dragons,
PlayStation,
Outer
Dungeons
Worlds
and
2,
Dragons,
Pac-Man,
Warlords.
Honor of Kings, Mega Man, Exodus,
Armored.
Spelunky,
Armored Core.
Oh,
You go.
and Sci-Fi.
So that's pretty cool. Yeah. Sci-Fi is one
That
of
looks
those.
good.
It's one of those infuriatingly hard games. I tried to play it. I had it in the Switch. Danny beat it. I was like, "That's too hard. This game." He beat it. And I'm like,
In seconds.
aye,
Seconds, he beat me.
it's pretty tricky.
Yeah.
But great.
Yeah, that looks really good. I that looks amazing actually. Saying it looks good, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
So loving rockets, robots,
Death and Robots.
love death and robots. That came from heavy. That was like their version of heavy metal, wasn't it?
Aye, the comic
Sort
book.
of.
Yeah, the French
Aye,
comic book. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mobius thing.
And the other thing, what is it called? Sojourn's Reign or something? What's it called? Survivor's Reign?
Don't know.
It's the one that got cancelled. It was on HBO and it got cancelled, and Netflix took the streaming on, and I watched it all.
Oh, the one you watched? We both watched the
Yeah.
first episode. That one.
Uh-huh.
Aye. That was kind of heavy metal-ish as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was very
Little
heavy.
bit.
That was very original
Aye.
heavy metal type.
Mhm.
That was really good, actually. I
Heavy.
really
When we
enjoyed
say
that.
heavy metal, we mean the comic book heavy metal, not
the comic book,
music
yeah.
genre.
Not the music.
And I hope I'm not being patronising there because people probably do know that. Anyway. Sorry.
You never know.
You never know.
So yeah, that was good as well. I like that one. All right. I'm gonna start saying now. What you watching? Heavy metal music. That was a heavy metal introduction. What have you been watching?
Well, James and I and their children, Danny and Heidi, went to Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man. The what's the guy's name?
Andrew Garfunkel.
Andrew Garfield. Yeah. And I'd forgotten a lot of it, kind of thing. I really enjoyed that one. It's quite nostalgic, that one, for us, because that was Danny's first Spider-Man movie. And it was really good. Really enjoyed it. It's great to see in the cinema. It was pretty packed as well. Really busy. Dan, I came out of it and I went, I forgot a lot of that. And, Danny's like, I remembered it word for word, pretty much. He's seen it that many times. So it was like, kind of, but yeah, it was really good. So we've actually.
Is that the one with Reese Evans?
Yeah, he was the doctor.
He plays the body.
Connor.
Yeah.
Connor, is that right? The lizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's his birthday next week. So on Friday, this Friday, me and him are going to go and see Star Wars Episode 3, because that's his favourite Star Wars film. On Friday. So looking forward to that. There seems to be loads of these happening now, these kind of...
the kids, they went to see A New Hope.
Really?
In the cinema.
Recently?
I'm not sure which one. I'm not sure which one it was, but
well, I know Episode 2 was on. This thing is on this. Was it last week? This week.
Maybe it was a week
Episode
before
2.
then. That's the one that I saw.
Because it's an anniversary of Episode 2, isn't it?
Yeah.
30 years?
Maybe some. No, Judy.
It's not 30 years, is it?
Episode 2?
Attack of the Clones.
No, it'll be the 20th anniversary, maybe.
That would be 2004. No, because 1999 was
2002.
Aye.
So 22 years ago. Do you know there's an edit of it where they take all the bad bits out of it, and the movie's only 2 minutes long.
Aye, the Phantom edit.
The Phantom edit, yeah.
Is there not one that the Phantom Edit, and it's like they've taken all the crap bits out and they've just meshed all 3 movies together?
I
And kind of
think
made
so.
it a bit
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
coherent.
Yeah. The only way
Just-
to actually watch the prequel trilogy is the Mr. Plinkett reviews.
Aye, they're good, aren't they? Yeah,
And
commentary
I think
thing.
they're at least an hour longer than the movie per movie.
Yeah.
So it's another
Yeah.
3 hours of content you're getting.
Yeah. I managed to watch Longlegs.
Mhm.
The new one that's out, this kind of serial killer one.
Yeah.
I'd heard mixed reports, and I can understand why now that I've seen it, because it's pretty weird.
Mhm.
It's almost like a kind of David Lynch directed Silence of the Lambs. It's very strange. Nicolas Cage in it. I wish I didn't know it was Nicolas Cage was in it. I wish that had been a surprise for me. He's borderline hamming it up. As a very thin line he's dancing on, not hamming it up, but going going over the top, and that's saying something for Nicolas Cage. I did enjoy it though. I was one of the. I'd say I did enjoy it. Maybe I'd heard too much about it though, that I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would. So, we watched Django Unchained.
All right.
For the God knows how many times I've seen it. So good. I actually started watching Snatch and got about 10-15 minutes in and went, God, this is dated badly. And then
Really? Do you not like Snatch?
I do. I love Snatch. I love it. Love that film, but I don't know. I started watching it with Danny, thinking he would like it, and but we just stopped playing it. Ended up watching Django.
Do you know what gangster movie has not aged a millisecond?
Goodfellas. I know.
Just from the opening, I always wanted to be a gangster. You're like, I'm in.
Well, it's such a good movie. Do you know? See if that movie's on the TV. I just find myself like, I'll watch some of this and just before you know it, you've watched the whole thing.
It's one of Sam's favorite movies.
Oh, it's a terrific film. But Django is terrific. It's it's not dated. That's 2004, I think.
It's not an old movie. Yeah,
something like that.
Having said that though, 2004 is 20 years ago. So I mean, it's almost.
It's almost 20 years.
If we were kids and our mum asked us to watch a 1955 movie, we'd be like, no.
I know. Was it 2004?
Oh,
you look it up, huh? TV wise, we started.
2012.
Was it
2012 is not as old as you think it is. Yeah.
12 years then. Still,
yeah.
A fair old thing.
Yeah.
Started watching that Jeff Goldblum thing, Chaos.
Oh,
have you started watching that at all?
Do you know what? I haven't, and I think I might get Anime to watch with me tonight. The first episode, anyway, because you and I talked about this. So we'll maybe do some housekeeping later on to explain why we're not going to be doing a show next week.
What?
But just pull the band-aid off. Well, you're out and I'm out, so there's no. Who else is going to do it? The Lamp Paladin over here.
Good point.
So anyway, I can't remember the point I was trying to make there.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyway, Chaos. We're 2 episodes in.
That's what I was going to say, because I said it was going to be American, like American Gods, and you went.
Well, that was. Did we speak about this on Saturday when we had a wee chat?
We briefly did chat.
Briefly, yeah.
Briefly, it was 47 minutes.
Was it?
We don't have brief chats.
So it's, like I said, it's like if I hadn't seen American Gods, if I hadn't seen A Good Place, because it's a kind of combination of two, I would say. it's trying to be kind of edgy and funny, but it's not quite hitting the mark. And
it's a bit like say something edgy and funny, you go ploppers.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but it's Good Omens maybe as well for a dash of that,
right,
you know,
okay.
type of thing. And if I hadn't seen any of those things, I would probably like it. But somebody said they blasted the whole thing. You know that kind of oh, I need to see the next episode. I've not had that moment yet where I've been like,
really?
let's watch the next one. Not in the slightest.
We've done that with both series of Good Omens.
Well, exactly. Yeah, but I've not had that with this.
But so is it Neil Gaiman? Is it a wannabe Neil Gaiman thing?
No, I wouldn't say that, but it's just that type of vibe, you know, but not hitting the mark. Just not hitting the mark at all. I think that's probably the main ones this week. Yeah, I want to see that Terminator Zero. It's an animated one. It's out now.
Oh yeah.
Keep forgetting about that. Yeah.
That's pretty good. That as well. We watched James May, Our Man in India.
That's good.
We hadn't seen it.
You've not seen that?
No, it's only 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Kind of leaves you wanting more, but
yeah.
Oh well, I guess that's the beauty of having 3 episodes.
No, it's good, that one.
We're gonna have to go back and watch Our Man in Italy because we never watched that. We saw Our Man in Japan, we never saw Our Man in Italy, so we're gonna go back. We watched India first because it came up and said James May. Other shows like that, because I was watching Sandjob. It said other shows like this, and and then I downloaded a whole bunch of stuff for the plane, which I never got to watch because there was a little kid beside me, and I was like, some of the stuff I'm watching, I wouldn't. It's okay if it's an adult there, but I'm not watching it with a kid.
What was the one I told you not to watch? Oh, it was Rebel Moon on
Rebel Moon the uncut. Because I said I'm going to download it for the plane. First 5 minutes. Oh my god, can't watch this.
Did you watch that? Jesus.
I know. The kid would have turned it off. I'd be like, dude, this is too much. So I downloaded instead Metallica, Some Kind of Monster, which also has full frontal nudity in it, so that's great. Yeah, there's a bit halfway through where James Hetfield says about doing everything to excess, and then it cuts to like concert footage and behind the scenes footage and stuff, and part of it contains women going topless. Well, here's what I've got so far. Is it Kurt? Is the Kyle? Is the lead guitarist Kurt or Kyle? I can't remember.
Kurt, I think.
Kurt. He seems like a nice guy. James Hetfield seems all right.
Yep.
Kind of reminds me of someone I know. Not me or you, but it reminds me of a friend.
Yep.
Lars Ulrich.
Control freak.
There's a bit in it where James has come back from rehab, and he is quite frankly hurting. You can tell that he's a wee bit, delicate, and he's going like, well, you know what? He's trying to be part of the band again because he's not been with the band for like a year.
Yeah, that's right.
As I'm setting the scene, and he says he can only work between 12 and 4 because if he does any more, it might lead to bad things, and bad things means excessive drinking and alcoholism and all that kind of stuff. Because he's said he's an alcoholic and he doesn't want to go back to that.
Yeah.
And Lars is right. I think you're a control freak, and he just gets like right in his face. And just says to him, he says, I think you're the one that's manipulating and you're the one that's in control, and you control everything by your actions and your inactions, and you being here is a control mechanism, and you not being here is a control mechanism. And like just gets like right in his face for no reason.
Zero sympathy.
It starts off as like a joke, and then he goes to like 60 miles an hour, and you go like, dude, what is your problem? Like, it's like everything is him just like giving it
See that
and just
Lars,
being aggressive.
Lars Ulrich's dad as well in it.
Yeah,
He
what was all
look-
that about?
He looks like the member in Monty Python, The Life of Brian, the wee guy that lives in the hole.
Yes.
He looks like that, but with clothes
I looked
on.
his dad up. He's a famous tennis player from Denmark.
Never.
I'm not kidding.
No.
Lars Ulrich dad. He's like Utrecht Torben. That's his name, Torben.
Over his beard.
Wait till you see this.
Right? Actually, it was one of the first paintings I did when I started painting.
What, of Torben Ulrich?
I just thought it was a cracking looking. I just thought it looked great, as a painting.
All right, this is him here. So this is him when he was younger.
Yeah.
Tennis racket in hand.
Uh-huh.
But he was so he comes from a long line of tennis players.
Is he still alive?
Yeah.
He's 95?
He's 95. He's 5'11".
Is he?
Yeah.
Show us a picture of him now, though. Well,
so this is him from I don't know when.
is that?
2009.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got the great big bushy beard.
Mhm.
Well, not the great big bushy beard, the kind of like Svengali guru type beard. But yeah, he kind of looks a bit like if Rasputin had grown old.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That kind of wispy, kind of
yeah.
like everything's looks like somebody's dropped a pail of water over him. That kind of look. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I love your reviews of DVDs end up just destroying one man's.
He's
Nothing to do with how
95.
good
Leave
the
him
DVD
alone.
is. Sorry, I did start that. I have to say that time.
Yeah.
That was my fault. Sorry.
Anyway, so I got halfway through, and then
He
it
looks
was like, please.
he looks like. It looks like as if he's in a cool water.
Cat weasel guy.
Oh.
What was he like? Little cat weasel guy, and he's like, I think it's rubbish, mate. I think you should throw it in the bin. Because that's what he does. He comes in. So they play the track to the dad, and the dad's like, yeah, this is cool, and then it gets there, and he goes, what do you think, Dad? And he goes, like, I think you should throw it in the bin. Like,
Yeah.
and then they play it to the manager, and they've got like 30 tracks or something, and he says, I like the first 4 tracks. The first 4 tracks are great. Everything else is garbage.
Yeah. But the thing is, Lars takes on board what his dad says, though.
100%, yeah.
Like 100%.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's that's his Svengali is his dad. But yeah, I did not take to Lars whatsoever, and also I don't think he's that great a drummer. There, I've said it.
No. Faster, louder, more intense.
But it's like type stuff. It's not. There's no kind of like swing or anything. It's just like.
Well, you don't really get
Like
swinging.
the wrists are long.
I think we might have to hurry this up.
Oh yeah, it's 108.
Before I need to. I know.
Before you need to
Before I need
do an outro yourself. All right, okay. Guys, thank you so much for watching.
Is that it?
If you that's all I watched. Yeah, it's 2 things.
Oh, that's fine.
Smash the like button and share. If you want to help out the channel, please help out the channel. Please clap. And if you want timely reminders of when something new comes out, which won't be next week, which we'll get to in just a sec. Jody, you can leave if you want.
Okay, I will. I think I will.
Right, you go, and I'll continue this. So while Jody does that, next week, what's going to happen is we're not going to have an episode, unfortunately. So Jody is out. He is doing something. And I, unfortunately, am helping my daughter move into halls. So I can't make it either. So instead of that, we're going to just cancel next week. And the next episode will be on the 8th. Sorry, it won't be the 8th. It's going to be the 15th of September. So you get a little bit of a break from us until then. But there's past episodes that you can pick up on. We also have like top 10s as well with our friend James. So you can check those ones out as well. But until next time, thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.